Hi guys, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about are you getting your future right or are you getting your future wrong? Or is there something totally different available? One of the things that we tend to do is we tend to look at, all right, how do I get this right and how do I not get this wrong? Which eliminates so much of the choices that we have available. Because if you're only trying to get it right and you're never trying to get it wrong, it's like you have no place to go. And it makes it a lot harder to choose and change something different if you're always trying to get it right, and if you're never willing to get it wrong. One of the things that I was just talking to someone about was, for any of you that haven't watched, there's a video by a guy called Alan Savory, and he talks about the desertification of the land in Africa. And when he first started looking at what they did was they actually thought that the animals were creating the desertification. And so what they ended up doing was actually shooting a huge amount of elephants, and they thought that that would help. And what they actually found was that it got worse. And so what he ended up coming to was, oh, actually by observing the animals and seeing how they move and how they interact and the way that they also contribute to the land by grazing, and then by also refertilizing the soil and everything, they actually, when they're left to just graze and do their thing, they actually contribute to the vitality of the land. But the thing that I really appreciated about that was he didn't go, okay, I've really fucked it up and so now I have to get it right. He actually went, all right, I've made a big mistake and it's something that I'm gonna have to live with, but it's like I'm gonna do my best to create something different and actually use this to build on what I've chosen and look for the greater possibility that's available. So what greater possibility is available to you that if you didn't have to be right and you didn't have to avoid being wrong, would open the doors to the infinite choice that's actually true for you? And everything that doesn't allow it, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the other bit about this that I wanted to talk a little bit about is it's also this place in your life where if you go to any conclusion of how it has to show up, it's like that is the place where you're not allowing anything else to be. It's like this morning, I had a situation where I was dropping my son off at school, and I didn't realize that I actually had a Zoom on at the same time that I had to drop him off at school. So I quickly dropped him off and then I jumped on this Zoom, and the whole Zoom pretty much fell out of my mouth in 25 minutes. And it was like, okay, it's done. And it's like, for me, it was this place where, I couldn't I couldn't plan it. It's like I just had to act and I just had to choose. And it's like sometimes those are the moments when you actually access way more of your creative capacity and your creative ability, because you're not doing it on some predetermined fixed idea of how it has to be. It's like you have to be willing to choose and change in every moment. And so with this conversation with future, it's also like, what have you decided? What have you predetermined? How many fixed points of view and how many conclusions are you using to create the future that you are choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. One of the other conversations that I've been having with people lately as well is this place of I think a lot of people are judging themselves for not knowing what the future is going to be, or for not knowing how to create the future right now. But it's like, this is not, again, about getting it right or not getting it wrong. It's like This is we're looking at a really different way of creating future here. So if I didn't have to get it right, and if I wasn't avoiding getting it wrong, what choice would be available? What choices would be available to me that I haven't yet acknowledged? Because it's like, it's not, it's different. The world is different. The world has changed, and you have changed. And so the choices that are available to you now are not going to be the same choices that were available to you yesterday. So you have to be willing to ask for the possibilities to show up, make some different choices, and look at, okay, if I could choose anything today, if my life could be any way, what would I like it to be? And what action can I take to start to move it in that direction? It's like one choice can change the direction of your whole life. And it doesn't have to be from this place of one choice is ruling it all. It's like we have so many choices every day. So what choice can you make today to create the future you truly desire with total ease? And everything that doesn't allow it, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Not sure if you can hear the music in the background, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's a lovely day here. Look, check that out. It's beautiful. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely day too. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon for the next video. All right, guys, bye.